So you pretty with no privilege. Hello, babes. It's Tracy Maria. We are back with another healing, type of talk video. I'm doing a whole series. I don't know exactly how many videos I'm gonna do, but today we talking about being pretty in heaven, no privileges, baby. I mean, like, how is that a thing? For all my pretty girls out there, this one is for you. So, I have been under scrutiny for probably since elementary school, but we gonna really focus today on high school. And in high school, y'all, I was an ugly duckling. I'm gonna see if I can find this picture that my mom got me, y'all. My mom could not braid hair. She didn't know how to cornrow. And I have a sister that's older than me that used to cornrow my hair, but then she wouldn't do it when she had her own child. I've been through scrutiny with adults my whole entire life. Like, my first bullies were my siblings, my cousins, my mom, my stepmom, it was family. It wasn't my first bullies was not people in school. They were the second bullies, and sometimes I could deal with them a little bit more because the bullying I got at home was just so horrific. So being a pretty brown skin, being a pretty brown skin girl, it just wasn't. So, back in the 2000s, a lot of things was colorist. Like, I remember watching videos, and the leading girl in the videos would always be light skinned. She would, even if she was a dark skinned girl, she would always be a lighter skinned dark girl. Like, I am a little bit more on the fairer side of dark skin, but then I really feel like I'm dark too. So, and I know that I'm dark because my sister has teased me about my skin complexion. Both of my sisters are lighter than me, for future reference throughout this video. So both of my sisters are lighter than me. And I feel like they have both been jealous of me. I hate to say that because I love my sisters so much, y'all. And I just can't see myself, like, how I am with them is not how they are with me, And in high school, I was trying to figure out my style. I was trying to figure out who I was, like most of us was. And I realized I always got hated on. Now, mind you, I am not popular at all, but I'm popular. Everybody seems to know me. Everyone seems to know my name. And I never understood it. I honestly had thought it was because of the guy that I was like, what with being fresh with or whatever. And I don't even think that it was about him because he wasn't even at the school most of the time. Like, he got kicked out and went to a whole nother school. So, when I think about all of the things that was said to me, all of the things that happened to me, like, I would come to school dressed up because I had a little after school job at Bare Feet Shoes. If you live in Philly, you know what I'm talking about. But it's just like an easy pickings, rainbow, whatever you would like to call it. It was basically Fashion Nova, periods. But that was like my first little job or whatever. And I used to get my clothes from there. When I was in high school, they implemented uniforms. So I wanted to be cute in my uniform. And I started buying. I did not live with my parents. I ran away when I was 15 due to, like, drastic abuse. Like, my dad was going in on me, y'all. So I moved with my sister. And I was living with her, but I would go to work and I would go to school, and I bounced around from house to house. And I still graduated high school, so big ups to me. But the thing is that I never got compliments. I never really felt like I was pretty. Like, I'm coming from a household where my dad is literally beating the crap out of me if he have a bad day at work. And then I go to high school and everybody is, like, teasing me. I didn't even understand half the time why I was getting, like, picked on. Cause y'all think I be playing. I really do have, like, ADHD. Like, I don't process things the way everybody else processes things. Like, I'm not a catty girl. So when girls didn't want to be my friend, very early on, I already knew. So by the time I got to high school, I was pretty much by myself. The girls that I did kind of hang with, I kind of was hanging with them by default. I don't even know how we became a group because I could swear that one of them didn't like me. But I wound up being a group with them. I think, you know what it was? We all had to get on the same trolley because we all lived in West Philly. So I realized that I was going home with them, and sometimes they would talk to me and sometimes they wouldn't. One was really nicer than the other, but she was nicer than the other because she was the fat girl. The other one was very popular and everybody liked her. She was light skinned. She was really hippie, but didn't have no butt for real. She could dress, because, like, when we dressed in regular clothes, she did dress pretty, like, she had her own little funky style, but she was very popular. She wasn't ugly, but she really wasn't all that. Like, she wasn't all that to me. Like, now that I'm sitting up here, I'm not about to demean another woman, but she wasn't all of that Okay, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Like some of the popular people in your high school, you still trying to figure out why they was popular. I still cannot put my finger on something. Like one of the girls that was popular in my school, y'all. I'm sorry. I have to say this. She literally looked like Snuffleupagus. I remember when like lashes and all of that stuff came out, and I couldn't wear that stuff. Like my parents was really strict, but she used to have these long lashes on. She had these poppy eyes, and I just was looking. She was very horrific. I mean, she had acne all over her face, but she had this big basketball butt. Like it looked like she was like harvesting two basketballs. And I'm not gay or anything, but I like, I don't know, butts intrigue me. But I remember that about her. Like she had this really big butt. So I think that's why she was like I think that's why she was popular. I don't know if she was like I don't know if she was having sex with other guys, or I don't know what she was doing. I don't know. But I think she probably was a nice girl, but I never got to see that side of her. But she never really talked to me. She was very popular though, y'all. And when I say she was really not cute, she wasn't cute, but she had that booty. Everybody wanted her because of that booty, okay? That big old booty. Mike Tyson on the booty. Yeah, like that was her. That song should have came out when she was in high school, because yeah. But a lot of the girls that was popular in my high school was not it. And I wish I could I wish I still follow people, because I wish I could just like show y'all, upload some pictures. I probably would get banned. But everybody honey bun back. It's like karma said, oops, you messed with the wrong one. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm pretty sure we all have stories like that where I did not go to any of the reunions. I don't want to associate myself with my high school or anything like that, because honestly, I was really going through a lot. Like in the beginning of the year, we had to move. My dad got really sick, and that was our prime source of income. So we had went through a lot of financial issues that I never really seen before, and it was like a hard time to have financial issues going through high school and stuff like that. And yeah, my dad wound up dying. So I went through a lot. And we didn't have the best relationship upon him passing away, because I ran away at 15. So I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing as a young person growing up. And then the person that I feel like my arch nemesis at the time just passes away. But also, this is the only parent that I really know. This is the only parent I really got biologically. You know what I mean? Like my stepmom was there or whatever. And I feel like when my dad passed away, my stepmom got herself together, and she is amazing now. Like amazing with my kids. She amazing with me. I love my stepmom. I do. I really do. We've had a lot of breakdowns, but we both dealt with a lot of stuff and a lot of trauma in our house, and only we know what that really felt like. Only we know what it means to go from having food to not having food. Like we know, but nobody else really knew, and we didn't really show it much. Like the three of us kept that real low key. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, high school was hard. So like ninth and 10th grade flew past that. I wound up I was in and out of this relationship or whatever. And this relationship was basically a sneaky link, John. And I know what that was, y'all. Like, again, I don't have those types of bones in my body. I'm not even outside like that. I ain't even hop off the porch. All we did was, basically, he would tell me he coming. He would come. We would chill. Like, we chilled a lot together, honestly. But then sometimes it was like towards the end of the relationship, I realized like now, as I'm older, that it was just all about sex. Like once he realized that he could get me to that point where I would be willing to have sex with him, then that was fine. That was it. Again, we are teenagers. He's a teenager. I'm a teenager. I don't blame him for anything that he did. I honestly just want to hug my younger self. And this week has been so hard for me because I really, truly did not think about this situation or this person for so long, and then it popped up in my face again. And I know when God is doing this stuff to me, like I don't know if y'all ever, been in prayer, you'll get a thought in your head. It's probably because God wants you to kind of let it go, or he wants you to pray over it so he can get you through it or whatever. If you're not super religious, I totally understand. But if you ever in meditation and something comes up, it's something that you need to release. Okay. So this was one of those things, and I was not looking for this. I was literally just like, okay, whatever. But nonetheless, this week has taught me that I did not love myself. And I didn't really have a lot of choices, right? Because I grew up in this crazy household. I grew up, it wasn't a lot of structure. It wasn't a lot of routines. It wasn't a lot of that stuff. But they wanted you to operate like you had all of that, right? And I'm trying to go to high school, and I'm going to high school, and people in high school are literally coming at me. I'm literally trying to figure out geometry, bro. And people are like, I remember it was my 16th birthday. I was in school. I had to be in school that day. So my dad had bought me these Prada shoes. They were pink. My favorite color used to be pink, like I can't even like magenta type pink. I love bright. And that's what he would do. He would beat me up real bad, and I'm not even gonna say beat me. I'm gonna say he would beat me up really, really bad, and then he would buy me things. So that's kind of where my correlation came from of abuse. And I've been in a couple of relationships with the hands. Okay, so and I realized now I was being groomed as a child to kind of endure that. But nonetheless, it was my birthday. My hair done. I had dyed my jeans with bleach because that was like the style back then. And I was feeling so good. Like I woke up early that morning. Back then I didn't do makeup or nothing like that. I don't really know anybody that did, to be truthfully honest with you. But I was lip gloss popping, Prada's on. I was so happy. Go to school. I'm in a great mood. I don't even tell anybody it's my birthday. Like I'm not walking around with a balloon or a crown or a sash on over my shoulder. I'm just happy, Like we didn't celebrate birthdays at my house growing up. We didn't celebrate any holidays for real. But I didn't expect no cake. I didn't expect nothing. I just was happy. I just was happy, y'all. It was my birthday. And if you know me personally, like I do go out my way to make people's birthdays nice. Like if you are close to me, you'll know that about me. So I goodness gracious. I'm going into geometry class, and this little skinny, ugly girl, like looked like Gizmo off of the Gremlins child, bumps me. So I bumped her back because I was just tired. Like by this time, it's December. We done started school in September. I am tired of these hoes, okay? And I just was like, I bumped her real hard back. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna beat you up at gym. I'm gonna beat you up at gym. And we wound up fighting and stuff. And it was like girls that I thought was my friend. They really wasn't my friend because they all got in a circle and watched us fight. Nobody was like, yo, it's her birthday. Nobody was like, damn, don't fight. Let me go get the gym teacher. Nobody did nothing. Nobody did nothing. I honestly think that a couple of them took punches at me, but my adrenaline was rushing so high because I whooped her ass. Okay, excuse me for cussing, but I whooped her behind because I was so angry because my hair was done. My dad had paid for my hair to get done. Child, I think he was messing with the hairstylist, but that's another story for another day, pretty girls. But yeah, he had paid for my hair to get done. Like I was cute. So I was just angry. And I remember my gym teacher, he was like a little perv, but I ain't never mind him. No, he used to call me Legs. And he was like, Legs, you getting in trouble. You always in trouble. Either you ain't with nobody or you isolating yourself. And I'm like thinking to myself, I didn't even know what he was saying. Like my adrenaline is rushing. At this point, I now don't look cute anymore. So if I wanted to go out, if I wanted to take a picture, like if I wanted to do something, I couldn't after school. Like, and I didn't really have a lot of friends. I didn't have any friends, for real. Like I had nobody nobody celebrated me for years. So, but this particular birthday, I didn't really need celebration. I just was happy. Like it was finally like a time where I really can sit up here and tell y'all like I got up, I had all my stuff together, and I was really happy. And they messed it up, man. So that was just one incident among millions, honestly. Like I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Carrie where she blow up the whole school for prom. I didn't go to my prom because I didn't have a ride. And this is how I knew I didn't really have no friends. The two girls that I used to be with, they went to prom together in the same car. We all lived in West Philly. So when I told them, they was like, oh, why you ain't come to prom? I was just like, oh, I ain't had no ride or whatever. But also, when I think back about it now too, the fact that my sister, my brother, who had more common sense, like our dad had died, my mom is out of her mind. Like she getting herself together. She was literally trying to get herself together, and her spouse had died. And, it really, now that I'm an adult, it really helps me to realize like I am nobody's favorite. Like that thing off of TikTok. Like I'm nobody's favorite, and that is why I go so hard. Like, so anyway, high school taught me nothing. High school taught me that no matter what, I just have to hold my head up. I got to get through it. I got to bear through it. And there was a lot of times that I wanted to punch people. There was a lot of times that I wanted to spit at people, kick people, burn up the school, do all types of stuff to get back at people. But you know what I kept doing? I kept shining. Like, I kept shining. getting awards, doing all the things, being like going, doing the talent. Like I'm gonna do everything I can do in this school, this stupid school while I'm sitting here. And I'm kind of the same way now. Like I formulated my own plan, and I'm kind of the same way now. And it doesn't really matter. As I've gotten older, I was working with my cousin or whatever, and one of the girls that used to tease me with like a pack. It was a pack of them. She was getting her hair done or whatever. So I had to like wash her hair and get her prepped. And her hair was super duper coily. That's what I'm gonna say. And she's like telling my cousin, she like, now mind you, in school it was a vocational school, so I did cosmetology, and she knew that because she was obsessed with me. So she just was like, oh, I don't think she can deal with my hair. So that was the first error for her, okay? And I let it slide. I'm like, well, my cousin's like, no, she can do good with your hair, and she not really heavy-handed and stuff like that, because she braid my hair up. So the girl, like, okay, but yeah, you know, you usually deal with my hair or whatever. So she like, well, that, she like, but she said, oh no, this is what she said. She said, Breezy usually deal with my hair, and that's my sister. And she like, oh, well, that's her little sister. And she like, this her little sister. And she was like, yeah. And I just chimed in, and I was like, yeah, she know me, in front of the whole salon or whatever. I was like, yeah, she know me. She used to tease me when I was little. And I didn't say it with like malice intent. I didn't say it with nothing. But everybody in the hair salon, it was like if the rewind button could play, then the rewind button would have played, and it just would have been like crazy. But I wasn't mad. What I think I was more so upset about is that my cousin really didn't, I don't feel like she had my back, but that's her client. That's her money. So I don't care. You know, I still did the girl hair. I was professional because I'm not catty. And that was it. So it was so funny because my sister came back telling me something about that, and I could care less. I don't care. But I say all of that to like say, the girl basically wound up saying like after I said, oh, she know me. She used to tease me in high school or whatever. She's like, oh, I don't tease people no more. I don't tease people no more. I'm an adult. I said, okay, well, what you did as a teenager hurt. You know, like, girl, don't nobody care about you being an adult now. But I mean, I do get it. But I just feel like I wasn't really like that. Like, I wasn't going around picking on people. Like, I didn't get a kick out of stuff like that. And maybe because I had to be so mature, I had to, you know, take care of other people's kids. I was the in-house babysitter in my family dynamic because I have siblings that's so much older than me, that I wasn't able to be a child. So I never was in the mentality that girl was in. And I understood that. And I was cool with that. But what I didn't like was it wasn't never an apology. It was like, I'm an adult now. I'm an adult now. What I did when I was a kid, that was when I was a kid. Oh, shut up. Like you're dumb. You're dumb. You were a dumb teenager, and you're even dumber adult. Like that's all that it is. And life is whooping her behind. Whooping her behind. Like I don't know all of her story, and I don't really care, but I got like a glimpse of it, which is weird because I shouldn't know none of her business. Like she not my client, she not nothing to me, but yeah, life was whooping her behind. Life was whooping her behind. And I've heard other stories about people in high school, you know, that I went to high school with, and I've seen pictures of them, and I'd be like, wow, you only had one kid, huh? Oh man. But it's just really funny how life unfolds, and I have learned, like as I'm going through my 20s, I'm going through different set of spiritual warfare. So I didn't really care about I can't care about high school when I'm newly married, having babies. That stuff didn't pop up. It didn't pop up until I started healing. Like all of this stuff started resurfacing, all of these feelings, all of these emotions, they started resurfacing when I started healing, to be truthfully honest with you. But yeah, I never had pretty privilege. I don't know what that is. I've had, I guess what you can call pretty discrimination or pretty punishment. I've never experienced pretty privilege. In order to experience pretty privilege, you have to know that you are pretty. And you also, it's not about an actual like thing. It's an aura about yourself. Like you gotta have an aura. Like when men, and you have to be acceptable for men and women, but you're not gonna get like, so here's the thing that I've noticed with pretty privilege is that it doesn't really work. I don't know what y'all thinking. I don't know who came up with the term, but it's actually wrong terminology because an overweight girl, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but like an overweight girl can post a picture in a bikini, and everybody is going to be like, oh my God, wear the bikini. Yes, girl. Let the fupa hang out. You know, and then a girl with a nice body Um, you know, just regular, smuggler, juggler, can do the same exact thing and nobody will like it. And it will almost come off as she's like trying too hard. Um, and that's kind of what I have experienced. Like when I started wearing makeup, I got teased so bad, like throughout my sisters and cousins. I got teased so bad until everybody was like, oh, do my makeup, do my makeup, do my makeup. No, I'm not doing your makeup. Here, I can teach you how to do your own makeup because that's the type of girl I am. Oh, you want to go makeup shopping? Come on, let's go. This is what I did over here. I heard that was good too. You could try that over there. But I'm not about to do your makeup every time we going outside. Not to mention, this really only the time I really wear makeup because I was like playing in it. Because I didn't go anywhere. Like I had a one, a two, a baby in the oven. I was popping them out. Okay, we was busy, so I didn't have time to do that stuff. And when I did, it was like late at night. I would take pictures and then post it on Facebook. That was what I would do because I wasn't doing anybody's hair, so I wasn't being creative in no type of way. And makeup had became my way to be creative. And it was fun. It was fun. I love makeup. I still do makeup, not like I used to, but I still do a little one too. But yeah, I have learned that pretty privilege is not something that is really like, I think people should take that term off the table. I think, you know, forget men because they don't really got no standards, y'all. Like men is going to do whatever they want to do. They're going to have sex with whoever they want to have sex with. That's just that. But what women will do is women will like the girl that they don't feel threatened by. And that's where you'll see like the likes. Because if we talking about social media, you'll be like, oh, why? Like, I know some people, like even now on social media, some of the people that, popular, I don't understand why they popular. And I think it's because, like, I guess people want to see, I used to be like, oh, people want to see other people because of body positivity. And I used to think it was such a great thing. But now, psychologically, I am looking at stuff today because I literally follow somebody and she is shaped like an egg. Like, it's literally like she has an egg in front of her. And I genuinely love her. Like, I think that she's very stylish or whatever. But I think that the only reason why she is as successful as she is one, because she put in the consistency, but two, because she's not a threat. Or so they think she's not a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sweetie, the rapper, for example. You know, that girl felt like she couldn't do nothing without somebody judging her, without somebody, basically making fun of her or whatever, which I thought Sweetie was gorgeous. Sweetie's mom was gorgeous. So I feel this is why I believe in spiritual, more women need to have spiritual guidance or whatever, because like there's no way I'm gonna allow my daughters to go through pretty punishment like I did. No, we're gonna be prayed up. We stacking on the prayers. We stacking on the Psalms, because at this point I know ball. So I feel like the Lord gave me 5 daughters so I can go through it several times over and over and over again with them, because my daughters are extremely beautiful. And I'm not saying that because they my babies. They are extremely beautiful. And I have watched high schools try to tear my kids down. And one of the things that saved us with one of my daughters was COVID. You know what I mean? Like, just bothering her because she quiet. Oh, that's another thing too. You can't be cute, black, and quiet. You gotta be like that. When I was young, if you wasn't if you was a popular girl, 9 times out of 10, you was popular because you was always out there. Like, you was out there. You was doing stuff you had no business doing at a very young age. But anyway, I'm gonna end this with, what do you guys think? You know, like, have you dealt with pretty punishment or pretty discrimination? Do you believe that there is a such thing as pretty privilege? I personally feel like you can't get pretty privilege unless you understand that you understand your own beauty. So that kind of goes back to what I said in the last video. You have to have true self-acceptance, because if you don't have true self-acceptance, then you're gonna exude that. I don't know if y'all know, but men know when our self-esteem is low. So I think women, it takes them a little bit more longer to catch on to the cues, but they know too. So, yeah, it is what it is, y'all. But I'm about to go get my Dunkin'. I hope y'all have a blessed day. It is Friday. So if you are a pretty girl, it's Maintenance Friday. And y'all know, I love me a good maintenance. But I'll check y'all out on the next vlog. Bye, babes.